Welcome to a Toast to the Men Network with your guy SD. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for the support. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, hit the notification button or the notification bell so you do not miss out on receiving notifications when this content drops. Toasters, it's good to be back. A lot of controversy out there, a lot of hot topics out there. One of the things I want to talk about is Eboni K. Williams. Eboni K. Williams, she's a lawyer. She's a radio host, a talk show host. She's a specialist in Fox News. So she's out there. She's in the know. She's in the mix, rubbing shoulders with the big wigs, and so she's out there. But Eboni K. Williams made a controversial statement, and actually has a controversial perspective on what she would date, what she would not date, and black men in general. So I never heard of Eboni K. Williams. I didn't know who she was. Never seen her, but obviously, she's a big thing in some worlds. So I kept seeing her name pop up, different headlines. So I said, well, let me do my research. Let me see what this is all about. Did my research, came upon an interview she did with the Breakfast Club. Now, right off, I could tell there was tension between she and DJ Envy. Charlamagne the God kind of was neutral, objective about the whole thing, but DJ Envy really was passionate about his stance and going against her stance. And what that stance is, well, there was an interview she held where she brought Iyanla onto her platform. And don't quote me verbatim, but one of the questions she asked Iyanla is, what do women like me, like myself, I'm quoting, like myself, with masculine energy, need to do to attract the men we want, which are providers and protectors? But there's more to that too. But Iyanla said, would you date a bus driver? And right there, Iyanla was trying to see, what are you really looking for? Is it title? Is it money? Is it fame, prestige? Is it character, principles, honor, good name? What do you value? Where are your values? That's why she asked her that. She's trying to gauge where her values lie. And so Eboni K. Williams said she would date a bus driver if he owned the bus. So in the forefront of her mind, character was never on the plate. Principles were not. Scruples. None of that was in the forefront of her mind, because she said the first thing that came to her mind, and they said your first response is your most honest response. So her main concern was, if he owned the bus, she would date a bus driver. So that lets you know right there where her values lie. And there's nothing wrong with having that as one of the values, to each his own. There's nothing wrong with that. But for that to be the only prerequisite, was his status, his economic status, lets you know where her values lie. Because she could have said that and also added, if he had great character, if he was honest, if he was stable, if he had some go-getter in him. But she didn't say that. Her only response was, if he owned the bus. So lets you know right there where her values lie. And that's what Iyanla was trying to gauge, was trying to draw out. What are your values? What are your values? And so she let us know right there where her values lie. Solely lie. That's important I say that. Solely lie was economics. But it also lets us know that she's not alone. It lets us know how narrow minded she is. In spite of uh, the accolades, the airtime, the degrees, mingling and mixing with who's who, she has a narrow perspective. She's narrow minded. Because if she was really out in the field, really mixing with the people, she would know that in today's age, you can be a bus driver and have a diversified portfolio. You could not own the bus and be a bus driver and make more money outside of your 9 to 5 and be in possession of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Maybe be just a millionaire. Very possible. I know guys. Um, some guys, do it for the benefits. Some guys do it for the love, the passion, the 9 to 5, but they got other things going on. I knew a guy who was an engineer with Texas Instruments, but he was also a builder. He was a home builder, but nobody really knew. He was a home builder. Nobody knew. And I only found out because I found out that he was mentoring my oldest brother. But this dude was a legitimate millionaire, and nobody knew. And when his manager did start finding out, by some kind of way he started finding out, he found out, he started putting pressure on him, and it kind of nudged him out of there. Yeah, but he was a legitimate millionaire, but you never would have known it if you just looked at him on the surface. And there's brothers around here just like that. And they're not even engineers, man. Some of them are barbers. Uh, some of them work in plants. Some are bus drivers. But that lets you know that she's narrow-minded, and that piece of paper, that degree means nothing. It means nothing at all. And as long as she stays narrow-minded, she won't ever find what she wants and what she needs. Ever. She has to broaden her mind. She has to get out and mix and mingle and get to know people and take away the preconceived judgments or stereotypes she has on people. Now, when she was on the Breakfast Club, she also made a point of saying that uh, the black woman has, the black woman is outpacing the black men in degrees, getting degrees. Salute to whoever who has a degree. I don't knock degrees. But this is the fact of the matter. Most of you who have degrees are not even in the industry you have a degree in. You don't even know why you got the degree. You just did it. You didn't have any direction, any mission, any focus on what you wanted to do. You just knew you wanted a degree because that's what you were told. I guess that was planted in your head that you needed a degree, but you really had no legitimate focus or plan. Every woman I've dealt with on a serious level has had a degree. I don't have a degree, but I've earned more money than them. Sometimes double, sometimes triple. And I don't have a degree. So what does that really mean? I mean, what does it mean if you have a degree? I don't have a degree. I'm earning double and triple what you're earning. And one woman I was dating, we were in the same industry. We were both in IT. And she had a higher position than me. She was rubbing shoulders with the big wigs, with the upper brass. They were her mentors. She was invited to the parties, to the house parties. She was in their master's program, um, whole nine, right? And one day she starts throwing out numbers, her salary out there. And we're both in IT. She's throwing her salary out there. And this is why I don't discuss salary with people, because you never want to discuss salary or money with someone who's earning a lot less than you, because it's going to come off braggadocious. And you don't want to discuss salary with someone who's earning a lot more than you, because you're going to come off simple minded. You're going to come off as a simpleton. Uh, it's going to come off foolish and ignorant. So it's best either have those discussions with people in your bracket or just be quiet, because those conversations, man, just they don't make you look good at all. Yeah. But she started the conversation, and so I'm listening, and I just told her, I said, "Wow, that's what you make, huh?" And she was just really, bragging and boasting. I was like, "Well, I make double that." And she was proud to be in the mix with these people. And I said, "I make double that." Yeah, and I don't have a degree, and we're both in IT. And she tried to chalk it up as her being a woman and me being a man. That's why. I said, "No, that's not why." I said, "You don't have the confidence within. Your confidence is in these degrees and who you rub shoulders with. Um, that's not where my confidence lies. My confidence is within." And I said, "I bet you did negotiate, right?" She's like, "No." I said, "Why didn't you negotiate?" She's like, I didn't want to lose out on the opportunity with Microsoft, so I didn't negotiate." I said, "Well, for the most part, I negotiate. Unless it's a lot more than I expected, I negotiate." And yeah, I said, "You got to know your worth, and you got to have an honest discussion with yourself on what you value. Is it rubbing shoulders? Is it the degree? Is it being able to say you work with Microsoft? What do you value?" I'm saying, um, but a lot of women value that degree, and they'll try to shame the black man or emasculate him, and in a subtle way call him ignorant and dumb because he doesn't have a degree. There's a lot of brothers out here with no degrees that's bringing in bread. Yeah, this is the age of information. This is the age where you can actually work a 9 to 5. You can actually be a bus driver and have a portfolio that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions. So it just shows you Ebony K. Williams' exposure to the coming man, to the coming person, and or lack thereof, and just how narrow-minded her perspective is. But she and people like her need to have an honest conversation as to why these men she's mingling with, because she's in the mix. She makes, I guess she makes the money, but I guarantee she's not making as much money as the people next to her are making. I guarantee it. But she's just happy to be on TV. She's happy to be in the mix. She's happy to have the title. But I guarantee she's not making as much as uh, her coworkers, people working next to her. Guarantee. I'll be shocked because I see where her values lie. So I'll be shocked. And people like her need to ask themselves, well, I'm in the mix. I'm making this money. I got this title. Why aren't these men in this pool selecting me? See, she doesn't want to be accountable. She wants to point fingers and say the black man needs to step it up to enlarge the dating pool that's suitable for her. Instead of saying, why aren't the men in this pool already choosing me? They're not choosing her. And she said she's dated outside of her race before. So those men aren't choosing her either. She has to ask the tough questions within herself. Why are they not choosing me? Instead of pointing the blame and trying to throw the black man under the bus. Because that's what it is. The white man ain't wife her up either. Or whoever the non-black man was. They didn't wife her up either. So, yeah, she needs to be accountable. But, one thing I heard her say, I believe Yana asked her, what do you think about when you think of a man, or what do you want in a man? And she said the first thing that comes to mind with a man is a protector and a provider. And that was it. And that's cool. Men are supposed to protect and provide. The problem with that, there should have been there should have been conjunction and where can I help him be the best man he could be? That and is never there. Most women are just looking to see what they can get from a man, what a man can do for them, protect and provide. They leave that helpmate out of it though. And the fact of the matter is most women want a man to come ready made, have it all together, where she really doesn't have to help. She really doesn't want to be a helpmate. She just wants to benefit from his sacrifices that he laid down and the work he laid down before he even met her. She wants to benefit off of that. But she doesn't want to be in the field plowing land with him. She wants him to have that taken care of already. Because she really doesn't want to work. She really, because to be a helpmate is work. It's work. It's emotional work. It can be physical work, mental work, spiritual work. It's work. But she wants this man to be financially stable, emotionally intelligent, uh, very spiritual, intellectual. He has to have a sense of humor. You know, has to know how to take care of his skin. Has to have great teeth. And we go on and on. And we ain't even mention height. She wants this. It's delusional. Most women are delusional. Ebony K. Williams is delusional and narrow-minded. And, the fact of the matter is, I'll be straight with you. She can say all this about the black man and the dating pool and what she wants. But I'll be real with you. The bus driver can hit that. The bus driver can hit that. Because she's weak-minded. She thinks she's strong. She gives off this pseudo-masculine energy, but she's really weak. She's really hurting inside. It shows through her eyes. The bus driver he can hit that. Say the right thing, show the right amount of attention, meet her at the right time. He can hit that. After all that mess she talked. Certain fellas know what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of women out there like her. And brothers, We got to be watchful. And you know, the sad part is, man, most women don't even know how to be helpmates. They don't even know what they bring to the table. They don't even know how they can help a man. Most women do not know their purpose. They don't know why they're here on earth. They don't know what they're supposed to be doing. They have no focus. I'm being real with you. Most women do not, they have no idea why they're on earth. They have no idea what their mission is, what their purpose is. It's a facts. It's a facts. It's not something I'm just pulling out of my tail. This is what women tell me. They have no idea. But just maybe, just a thought, maybe your purpose is to be a helpmate to a certain type of man, to a certain man. Not every man, because every man is not for you. You're not for every man, but to a certain man, maybe you're to be his helpmate. And maybe he's not going to come ready made. Maybe you got to put in some work. And maybe when we say bring something to the table, he's not talking about money. He's talking about some wisdom, some knowledge, some connections, some encouragement, some nurturing. Maybe. Just maybe. Let me know what y'all think, toasters. As always, from me to you, love. Peace.